265 joined.
Hmm.
Let others join.
Okay.
We can go out, sir.
Okay. Okay, friends. We now will continue test paper number 7, wherein that is questions on forex will be discussed, and when it is over, so begin paper number 8, which is already posted to you today on that is your what is it, arrival of drawing power and working capital. So how to calculate the working capital as well as how to arrive at the drawing power. Some around 30 questions are there. So we'll try to finish off the forex today, and then that IRAC norm, certain things which I want to discuss to you with you yesterday, which we could not do. Today we will see after this forex, that time permits, we will take up that, then we'll go to test paper number 8. Okay, sir. Now, yesterday we have been discussing with in a resident account, if an NRI has to be added, what are all the conditions required? See, for example, we have been discussing, so question number 9 yesterday. Mr. X, a resident individual, has a SB account with average balance of 5 crores deposit with your branch. He wants to add his brother, who is an NRI, to his resident SB account. What are the things we saw yesterday? So if I am correct, in a resident account, NRI close relative can be a joint account holder. The condition is it should be either or survivor. Okay, either or survivor. For all purposes, it is treated as a resident account. So money belonging to the NRI should not be credited. NRI close relative will operate it for domestic payment only. So there is NRI person, no, whom you add as a joint account holder. He will operate the account for local, that is for local domestic purposes only. Then if NRI becomes the sole survivor, that is something happens to the resident, the account will be treated as an NRO account. Okay, this is the condition. That is, in a resident account, you are joining or you are adding a non-resident. Okay. Next question we will see. What is the next question? Question number that is 10. One of your NRI customer requests you to add his wife name as a second depositor in his FCNR deposit worth of $10 million. His wife is a resident Indian. What you will do? Here, the question number 10 is, in a NRI account, whether you can add a resident. When in an NRI account, if you add a resident, what are all the guidelines says, what the FEMA guidelines, RBI guidelines says, okay? That we are going to see. We are now discussing question paper number 7, question number 10. Okay, let us see what the guideline says. So in NRE, NRO, FCNR, EEFC, RFC, so in these accounts, you can add a resident. In all these NRA accounts, you can add a resident also as a joint account holder. But what is the condition? He should be a close relative. So in an NRA account, a joint resident can be made as a joint account holder, but the resident account holder, the resident person, Indian resident, should be the close relative of the NRI. What is the operation condition? It is farmer or survivor. There what we saw, either or survivor. So these questions they are frequently asking. So in a resident account, if NRI added, it is either or survivor. In a NRA account, if resident is added, what is operation condition? It is farmer or survivor. Resident close relative can operate the account as per the power of attorney given. Okay, resident. So there you saw, after the demise of the resident, the account will be treated as NRO. Here, after the resident, so after the demise of the NRI, the account will be treated as a resident account. So these confusions will be there, but questions will be there from these 2 slides. Okay, it will be treated as a resident account after the NRI. Okay, this is very, very important. So these 2 questions, that is question number 9 and 10, what we discussed will be there, and those things are displayed by means of the slide in front of you. Question number 11. What is the maximum Indian rupees INR a resident Indian can take with him while going abroad other than to Nepal and Bhutan? So a resident individual, we are all resident individual. When we visit a country abroad other than Nepal and Bhutan, whether we can take Indian rupees with us, if so, in what denomination, what is the maximum amount we can take it? So a resident individual, when he goes abroad, he can take maximum with him Indian rupees 25,000 rupees in any denomination. Again, I repeat, for question number that is 11. What is the maximum Indian rupees a resident Indian can take with him while going abroad other than to Nepal and Bhutan? So whenever he is visiting, a resident individual, when we visit any other country other than Nepal and Bhutan, we can carry with us maximum 25,000 rupees US dollar in any denomination. Similarly, a resident individual who is coming from abroad, you are going abroad and you are coming back. You are all resident. They are all we are not foreign citizens. We are not non-residents also. We go abroad as a tourist and we are coming back. While going with us, we can take 25,000 rupees Indian rupees. Similarly, when we coming back in return into India, we can bring with us maximum 25,000 rupees in any denomination. Okay. So for question number 11, the maximum in INR resident Indian can take with him is 25,000 rupees. So we can take 25,000, we can bring 25,000. In the case of an NRI, so first we are discussing how much a resident can take Indian rupees out, how much he can bring in. Second point, how much a non-resident can take out Indian rupees and how much a non-resident can bring into India Indian rupees. So a non-resident can bring into India. A non-resident while coming into India can bring 25,000 Indian rupees. Similarly, when he goes out of India, he can carry with him 25,000 rupees in any denomination. That means both resident and non-resident can take with them while they leave the country Indian rupees 25,000. Similarly, when they enter into the country, they can bring with them Indian rupees 25,000 rupees other than to Nepal and Bhutan. In both the cases, other than to Nepal and Bhutan, the maximum amount they can bring and take is 25,000 rupees. Okay? Any question asked, you should not miss. So question number 11 we saw. Question number 12. Whether a NRI visiting India from countries other than Nepal and Bhutan. Let us assume your son is employed in USA. He is an NRI. He is coming to India. Whether an NRI visiting India can bring him with him Indian rupees during his temporary visit to India. I already explained to you. Both resident and non-resident can take 25,000 out of India and they can bring 25,000 into India. So question number 12, yes, he can bring, that is 25,000 rupees in any denomination. Okay, question number 12, he can bring 25,000 rupees in any denomination. Question number 13, how much forex a resident individual can take out of India? So first we saw what? Indian rupees, how much a resident can take out of India, how much he can bring into India. In Indian rupees, how much a non-resident can take out of India and how much he can bring into India. Now the question is, how much a forex a resident can take out of India? So we are all resident Indians, isn't it? We want to go abroad for some tourist purpose or some to meet somebody as a tourist visa. How much foreign currency or foreign forex we can take? After forex, we'll come there foreign currency later. How much forex a resident individual can take with him while going abroad? This is how much maximum we can take. The maximum permitted is as per RBI permission. So RBI has told these are all the purposes. You can take this much money with you. Today, for under the liberalized remittance scheme under the LRS, as on today, a resident individual, when he goes out of India, maximum he can take, that is forex, to the extent of a liberalized remittance scheme level, that is 250,000 US dollar. So the question is, it is as permitted by the Reserve Bank of India under the LRS. Today, Reserve Bank of India has permitted a resident individual to avail LRS to the extent of 250,000 US dollar. That much forex he can take abroad as on today. Tomorrow, if the LRS is changed, to that extent only he can take. So the answer for question number 13 is, how much forex a resident individual can take out of India as permitted by RBI under LRS. Today, the amount is 250,000 US dollar. Depending upon the question, depending upon the multiple choice, you have to take the correct answer. Okay, so question number 14. Resident Indian going to USA. So how much maximum we can take forex as permitted by RBI under the LRS? Today it is 250,000 US dollar. Question number 14. Resident Indian going to USA can carry foreign currency notes up to maximum of US dollar or its equivalent. What I told you, what a forex means what? He can take foreign currency notes, he can take FDD, or that is whatever method foreign traveler checks. If he want, he can take. So these are all the forex's method of he carrying with him. If he transfers fund through SWIFT, that will be transferred without, he will not be carrying with him. So the question is, how much a resident individual can take forex? It is as permitted by the RBI under liberalized remittance scheme. Today it is 2,50,000 US dollar. Beyond that, if he wants to carry, then prior permission from the Reserve Bank of India has to be obtained. So today, without RBI's prior permission, as applicable to the LRS, a resident individual can take forex abroad. What is the maximum today? 2,50,000 US dollar in a financial year. If more than that, if he wants, he can take permission from Reserve Bank of India and he can take. Okay, that is one. Then out of the forex, so foreign currency notes will be there, foreign traveler checks will be there, foreign DD will be there. How much out of the forex entitlement to him to carry abroad, resident individual, out of the total entitlement for a resident individual for taking forex abroad, so out of the total entitlement of 2,50,000 US dollar, how much he can take in foreign currency notes? Okay, that is the question. Let us see the PowerPoint. You will get the answer because from there questions will be there. Okay, let us see. See, so now there is a, before going to how much he can carry, so you can release to a resident individual, so you can release maximum how much forex you can release? You can release 2,50,000 US dollar. Okay, so that is banks have to obtain a form called Form A2. Banks have to obtain a form called Form A2 for releasing forex more than US dollar 25,000. Other than for imports. Okay, so if a resident, if you want to transfer funds to abroad, or if you want to transfer foreign currency with you as a resident individual, bank has to obtain a form called Form A2 if the amount of release is more than US dollar 25,000. Otherwise, based on the simple declaration, the amount will be released. The Form A2 obtained from the customers to be retained for a minimum period of 1 year. Under liberalized remittance scheme, Form A2 is must for any amount. Okay, under liberalized remittance scheme, Form A2 is must for any amount. Earlier, for releasing funds for an importer, Form A1 was obtained. Now that has been discontinued. Okay, so two things. Form A2 for remittances above 25,000 US dollar or in other currency equivalent. So otherwise a simple declaration. The Form A2 obtained from the customers to be retained for a period of 1 year. Under liberalized remittance scheme, Form A2 is a must irrespective of the amount released to the individual by the authorized dealer. Okay, Form A1, which was earlier there for your imports, that has been discontinued. Okay, sir. Now, how much you can release? Whatever Reserve Bank of India says, today it is 2,50,000. So beyond that, if you want, you should get the permission. Okay, that is how much you can take in foreign currency notes. That is the question. So out of the forex eligibility, how much you can take in foreign currency notes? The question is, of the overall limit eligible, currency notes and coins can be released as under. Currency notes and coins can be released as accordingly. If the traveler is going to Iraq and Libya, maximum you can release in foreign currency notes to the extent of US dollar 5,000 or its equivalent. If a traveler is going to Iraq and Libya, you can release maximum amount in foreign currency notes out of the $2,50,000. Let us assume he is eligible to take $2,50,000. Out of the $2,50,000, how much foreign currency notes can be given to him? You can give foreign currency notes to the maximum of 5,000 US dollar or its equivalent if the traveler is going to Iraq and Libya. Suppose if he is going to Iran, Russia, etc., in that case, whatever the eligibility, the full amount you can release in foreign currency notes. Iraq and Libya, 5,000 US dollar only maximum foreign currency notes. If he is going to Iran, Russian Federation and other republics of Commonwealth of Independent States, you can release full amount as his entitlement as foreign currency notes. Suppose for the Hajj pilgrimage, So this year Hajj pilgrimage was not there due to the pandemic. So how much you can release? Suppose that is the Hajj committee will decide for this year, this is the maximum sufficient. So you are eligible for $250,000. Okay, under LRS. So if you are going for as a Hajj pilgrimage, so you are eligible to take $250,000. Suppose if the Hajj committee says 10,000 US dollars is sufficient, so that much only can be permitted in the foreign currency notes. I'm talking about foreign currency notes. Out of the total entitlement, how much a traveler going abroad can take, that is resident individual going abroad can take in foreign currency notes. If it is if it is Iraq and Libya, 5,000 US dollar. If it is Iran, Russian Federation and other Commonwealth countries, it is full amount of his entitlement can be given in foreign currency notes. If he is going for a Hajj pilgrimage, how much foreign currency notes he can carry with him? The entire total entitlement or as approved by the Hajj pilgrimage, so whichever is less only he can carry with him. Okay, up to the entire entitlement, or that is up to the full amount entitlement, or up to the limit specified by the Hajj Committee of India is permitted to take foreign currency notes. So this question was asked last time for some level. Finally, for all other countries, is permitted to take only maximum US dollar 3,000 in forex. Sorry, foreign currency notes. So what I am telling, so when you are releasing the forex, what are the things you should see? You should get A2, form A2, if the amount is above 25,000 US dollar. This form A2 to be retained with you for 1 year. If the release of forex is under LRS, irrespective of the amount, that is form A2 to be obtained. So how much out of the entitlement you can release for, that is foreign currency notes? If he is going for Iraq and Libya, maximum 5,000 US dollar. If Iran, Russia, etc., max entire amount can be given in foreign currency notes. If Hajj pilgrimage as per his entitlement or as specified by the Hajj committee, that can the maximum forex can be released. For other countries, maximum US dollar 3,000 only permitted. But friends, for Nepal and Bhutan, for visiting Nepal and Bhutan, no forex to be released by the authorized dealer. Imports and exports from Nepal and Bhutan, not in any forex. No forex to be released to Nepal and Bhutan. Okay, that also you should keep in mind. Now let us see the question. You'll be able to answer. So we are seeing the question. Question number 14. A resident Indian going to USA can carry foreign currency notes up to maximum of US dollar or its equivalent. What is the last point? Maximum other countries, it is 3,000 US dollar, isn't it? So you can carry foreign currency notes to the extent of maximum 3,000 US dollar as an authorized dealer. When you are releasing, you have to see which country is going. Accordingly, when he wants to, sir, please give me currency notes only, you can release only the maximum prescribed by the Reserve Bank of India. So for question number 14, the answer is maximum US dollar 3,000. For question number 14, the answer is 3,000 US dollar. Question number 15. Question number 15. One of your customer wants forex Singapore dollar 600. So maybe it is around 50 rupees, let us assume. So one of your customer wants forex Singapore dollar 600. The equivalent Indian rupees is 3,000. How much? What is the equivalent Indian rupee? 3,000. So when you multiply the 50 into 600, we are getting 30,000. He says he will give you cash to get this forex instead of his account debit. Can we accept? So for giving forex to the individual, whether the Indian rupee equivalent to be debited to his account only, or you can accept cash and release the forex to the resident individual. See, you can accept cash and release the forex to the resident individual if the equivalent Indian rupees is up to 50,000 rupees. If it is above 50,000 rupees, the forex cannot be released by accepting cash. It should be by the account debit only. Here, what is the equivalent Indian rupee? Only 30,000 rupees. Yes, you can accept cash and release forex to him because the equivalent amount of Indian rupees is less than 50,000 rupees. So question number 50, they will ask in any way, how much Indian rupees you can accept and release forex? So in cash, what is the maximum? It is 50,000. Beyond 50,000, account debit only. Since here 30,000, yes, We can accept cash and release the forex to him. So question number 15, answer is yes. Question number 16. Before how many days of departure from India, a resident can obtain forex from the authorized dealer? AD is authorized dealer. Before how many days of departure? Before 60 days of departure, by giving your visa copy, your passport, and your ticket, you can obtain forex before your departure from India 60 days in advance. For question number 16, answer is 60 days. Question number 16, answer is 60 days. Then, what is the maximum forex a resident individual can bring into India from abroad? See, what all the things we saw, again I repeat for the latecomers. A resident individual, you and I are resident individual. If when he goes abroad, he can take 25,000 Indian rupees. When he comes to India, he can bring 25,000 Indian rupees, other than Nepal and Bhutan. In what denomination the 25,000 rupees? In any denomination. Similarly, a non-resident individual who is coming to India and going, he can also bring 25,000 rupees Indian rupees and take with him 25,000 Indian rupees. Okay, in any denomination other than Nepal and Bhutan. That portion we already discussed. Out of the forex, how much you can total amount of forex to the resident? What is the maximum you can release in foreign currency notes? That depend upon the country of his visit. How much maximum visa? For USA, it is maximum 3,000 US dollar. Then what we saw for releasing forex, whether necessarily the Indian equivalent rupee to be debited to his account, or you can give cash and accept them. You can release the forex up to 50,000 rupees. Cash can be accepted and forex can be released. Then before leaving India, before how many days the authorized dealer can release the forex to him? Before 60 days of his departure. Then next question is, how much you are going abroad? Let us assume you are going abroad to meet your friend or to your son there. When coming from abroad, you are coming back from abroad. When coming from abroad, how much Indian rupee, 25,000 rupees you can bring? How much forex you can bring when you return from abroad? That is a question. Question number 17 is, what is the maximum forex a resident individual can bring into India from abroad? How much forex we can bring into India while coming from abroad? We can bring unlimited amount of forex when we return from abroad. Okay, again I repeat. So a resident individual, when he comes from abroad, even a non-resident individual, when he comes from abroad, he can bring unlimited amount of forex. For question number 17, the answer is unlimited amount. So forex bringing into India from abroad, in any form you want, you can bring unlimited amount. But only one condition is here. When you bring the forex along with you, you have to, that is at the immigration authority at the airport. In the airport, you have to approach the immigration authority. You have to declare how much forex you have brought from abroad, and you have to get a form known as currency declaration form, CDF. Okay, so when you return from abroad, so that is you have to approach the immigration authorities at the Indian airport. You have to declare to them, I am bringing this much amount of foreign currency notes, foreign FDDs, foreign traveler checks, etc. with me as I am entering into India. So they will write down everything and they will give you a certificate called currency declaration form. The immigration authorities will sign based on the declaration given by you. Okay, when the currency declaration form is a must, whether the currency declaration form is a must as per the RBI guidelines, yes. In certain cases, the currency declaration form is a must, because after bringing the currency, he will come to you, no, for exchanging. At that time, you have to ask for the currency declaration form. When currency declaration form is a must for a person who is entering into India, either resident or non-resident. If the foreign currency notes brought by him, if the foreign currency notes brought by him is above 5,000 US dollar, if the foreign currency notes, I am talking about foreign, he can bring any amount of forex. Out of which, if the foreign currency notes brought by him exceeds 5,000 US dollar, then he has to necessarily obtain a currency declaration form. Okay, if the foreign currency notes is less than $5,000, but all the forex put together, including the foreign currency notes, if it exceeds 10,000 US dollar, Then also he has to obtain a currency declaration form. Again, I repeat, friends. So any resident or a non-resident who enters into India, they can bring unlimited forex with them. The 25,000 rupees is only for Indian rupees. Either resident or non-resident, when they enter into Indian airport, they can bring any amount of unlimited amount of forex with them. But that is, before leaving the airport, they have to approach the immigration authorities, declare themselves what is the forex they have brought, and get a certificate called the currency declaration form. Beyond what amount, the currency declaration form is mandatory. So if the foreign currency notes brought by them is equal to, that is 5,000 or above 5,000 US dollar, then currency declaration form is a must. Even though the foreign currency notes is less than $5,000, along with the foreign currency notes, along with other forex, if it exceeds 10,000 US dollar, then also the currency declaration form is a must. When a person is coming to you to exchange his foreign currency notes or FDD or foreign traveler checks, you have to ask for the currency declaration form. Okay, so they are asking this question. So they are giving an example. Yes, brought this much. Yes, brought this much. When the currency declaration form is a must. Foreign currency notes brought by him is 5,000 or above that, he has to give the currency declaration form. Even when the foreign currency notes is less than 5,000, along with other foreign currency or other forex he has brought, if it exceeds 10,000, then also he has to bring the currency declaration form. How much forex NRA or a resident can bring into India? Unlimited. Both of them have to get the currency declaration form when it exceeds certain level. What is the level? I already told you. So question number 17. So from question number 17, I explained to you two more questions. What is the maximum forex a resident individual can bring into India from abroad? Unlimited amount. Okay. So the forex brought by a resident. So a forex brought by the resident to be surrendered with authorized dealer within how many days of his return to India, and how much he can hold with him. You are going abroad. You are bringing forex. Any amount you can bring, isn't it? But you cannot keep in your house. You cannot keep in your house. So whatever amount you are bringing, after entering into the currency declaration form, it is required. That is, you have to take it to the banker and surrender the forex which you have brought from abroad. So within how many days you have to take to the authorized dealer? Within 180 days of your return to India. So before how many days you can get the forex? 60 days of leaving India. Before how many days? After how many days reaching India, you have to surrender the forex to the authorized dealer within 180 days. Okay, whether you can hold with him in your house something. So that is before surrendering. Yes, you can hold with you maximum US dollar 2,000. Okay, and so you can hold with you either foreign traveler checks or FDD or foreign currency notes put together, maximum US dollar 2,000 or its equivalent you can hold in your house, in your double lock, in your Godrej Alameda. Coins, if you have brought, whatever coins you have brought, you can hold with you. You need not surrender to the authorized dealer. Beyond this amount, no 2,000 US dollar, other than the currency, whatever you have brought, you have to take to the authorized dealer, you have to surrender it to the authorized dealer. Either convert and credit your account, or create an FDR, or open an RFC domestic account. There you deposit the foreign currency notes or FDD without converting to Indian rupees. That we see later. So the question number 18 is, so question number 17, what I saw, how much forex a resident individual can bring. Both resident and non-resident can bring, that is whatever the forex maximum possible, only the CDF to be applied, to be obtained. Out of the forex brought by a resident individual, within how many days he has to surrender by keeping how much amount? He has to surrender within 180 days by keeping maximum US dollar 2,000 with him and coins unlimited. Whereas a non-resident need not surrender to the authorized dealer within 180 days. Again, I repeat, until otherwise, the non-resident has come to India for permanent settlement. Until otherwise the non-resident has come to India for permanent settlement, he need not surrender the currency within forex within 180 days to the authorized dealer. If he has come for a temporary visit, he can take back with him. Okay, whereas a resident individual has to surrender the forex in any form which he has brought by keeping 2,000 US dollar with him. The balance he has to deposit, the balance he has to surrender to the authorized dealer. So question number 18, the forex brought by a resident to be surrendered with the authorized dealer within how many days of his return to India? 180 days. How much he can hold with him? Maximum US dollar 2,000 and coins unlimited amount. Let us see the PowerPoint quickly, whether anything is there. The PowerPoint also will go to your mind. Yes, quickly. Remittance facility for resident. Forex can be released 60 days in advance. We already saw. No forex to be released to Nepal and Bhutan. No forex can be brought from Nepal and Bhutan. No forex can be released to Nepal and Bhutan. Unspent forex to be surrendered within 180 days from the date of receipt, date of return of the traveler. Within 180 days landing in India, you have to surrender. Suppose you have taken a forex, you did not make the foreign trip at all. 60 days in advance, you have taken the forex. No, if you have not made that is foreign trip from the date of receipt of the forex, within 180 days, you have to surrender. Similarly, your friend is coming from abroad. He is giving you some 5,000 US dollar. When you got from him, so today you have got from him. Within 180 days of getting from him, you have to surrender to the authorized dealer by keeping 2,000 US dollar maximum with you. The question is, unspent forex to be surrendered within 180 days from the date of receipt, from the date of you received or date of return to by the traveler to India. So you have to surrender to the authorized dealer. Then a returning traveler, that is the person who has gone abroad and come resident individual, a returning traveler can retain forex up to US dollar 2,000 coins without any ceiling, even beyond 180 days. Okay, even beyond 180 days. Forex, very simple questions only. Let us not worry. Simple questions only they will ask. 2-3 points you should not miss there. 1 or 2 questions. NRI can possess any amount of forex with him. I told you, no, NRI can bring any amount, but currency declaration form he should show to you, but he can possess any amount of forex. He need not surrender to authorized dealer. But if he has come to India for permanent settlement, he has to surrender also within 180 days to the authorized dealer. If the value of the forex is up to 5,000, cash to be accepted and forex can be released, which you already saw. Okay, so up to what amount you will accept cash and release for us? Up to 50,000 rupees. We saw in one question, no? Okay, next slide, what is there? We will see. Okay, this we already saw. A resident Indian, again, I read, you hear it, you will get that is so that in the exam you are coming, you will be able to write. A resident Indian can take outside India other than Nepal and Bhutan. So, a resident individual who is going to Nepal and Bhutan, so he cannot carry forex. Indian rupees also, certain restrictions are there that we will see later. A resident Indian can take outside India other than Nepal and Bhutan Indian currency notes up to an amount not exceeding 25,000 and the commemorative coins not exceeding 2 coins. You know the coins are released in memory or in remembrance on somebody. Those coins more than 2, that is they cannot carry. The maximum amount 25,000. A resident can bring into India maximum 25,000 Indian rupees. Then a non-resident India. A non-resident India, not being a citizen of Bangladesh or that is Pakistan, visiting India may take outside India 25,000. He can also bring into India 25,000. What is the content of this slide? A resident individual and a non-resident individual, they can take with them outside India 25,000 Indian rupees and they can bring into India 25,000 Indian rupees with certain countries restrictions which is already there. Okay, then, sorry. Then so this question which you already saw, any person may bring into India without limit for foreign exchange declaration in what? In currency declaration form. So any amount can be brought into your forex, either resident or non-resident, but beyond certain level, it has to be entered in the currency declaration form. While an NRI can take outside India any amount of forex. NRI can bring any amount, he can take any amount of forex with him, but a resident in India, how much forex he can take outside India as prescribed by RBI. Okay, a resident can bring any amount of forex into India, but after bringing within 180 days, he has to surrender to the authorized dealer. A resident, how much forex he can take resident as permitted by Reserve Bank of India. Under the LRS, today it is 250,000 US dollar. Beyond that, if he wants, RBI special permission to be obtained. Then next coin, okay, this is not an important thing. Let us see the question now. So we saw question up to question number 18. Question number 19 we saw. Now let us see. A resident individual, a resident in question number 19 we are reading. A resident individual returned from abroad and he brought with him US dollar 25,000. Okay, he brought. So you should show your currency declaration form. Okay. A resident individual returned from abroad and he brought with him US dollar 25,000. He wants to retain this in foreign currency account without converting into Indian rupees. So he has to come to you within how many days? 180 days. He is bringing the foreign currency traveler checks or foreign currency notes or FDDs. Sir, I have brought US dollar 25,000. But I do not want to convert it and credit to my current account or SB account, KDR, FDR. I want the currency, the entire forex to be retained in a foreign currency account. So first you have to ask him the currency declaration form. Then what account you will open for him? A resident individual. I went abroad, I got 25,000 US dollar. I am showing a currency declaration form. Then you can open a foreign currency account for me. The name of the nomenclature of the account is RFCD. Within bracket, resident foreign currency domestic. So there is a resident individual has to surrender to the authorized dealer within 180 days of his return from abroad. Okay, whatever foreign forex he has brought by retaining maximum 2,000 US dollar and coins. So, but if he does not want to be converted into that is Indian currency, still he has to surrender it to you. In that case, you will open an account called RFCD, resident foreign currency within bracket domestic. So, can we open any account for him? Yes, we can open an account called RFCD, resident foreign currency domestic. Then question number 20. For resident individuals, bank may pay in cash for the forex encashed by them up to US dollar or its equivalent per day. What we saw there in the first question, how much Indian currency he can give in cash to you and get forex. What I told you, maximum 50,000 Indian rupees, he can take cash and release forex to him. It need not be routed through the account. Similarly, he brings forex to you. He brings forex to you, sir. I am giving the forex to you. Please encash and give the money to me in cash. Do not credit to my account. Whether you can do, yes, you can do. Then what is any maximum is there? Yes. For a resident individual, authorized dealer can accept the forex and credit and give cash to the that is a resident individual instead of crediting to his account domestic account for a maximum of US dollar 1,000 per day. So for a resident individual, banks may pay in cash for the forex encashed by them up to US dollar 1,000 or its equivalent per day. So maximum, sir, I have brought forex, sir. Please take it and give me cash, sir. Do not credit my account. Yes, you can do, provided per day maximum encashment permitted to me is only US dollar 1,000. On the other hand, a foreign tourist is coming to you, or an NRI is coming to you. Okay, a foreign tourist is coming to you and NRI is coming to you. He says, sir, I brought forex. So this forex you convert into Indian rupees and give me cash. For them also you can do maximum 3,000 US dollar per day. Again, I repeat, you can accept forex from the that is resident individual and encash the forex and give the Indian rupees to him. Whether you have to credit to his account or you can give cash to him. If the forex encashed by him is up to US dollar 1,000 per day, you can encash and give credit to his account. On the other hand, in the case of a foreign tourist visiting India and an NRI coming to India for a temporary visit, then up to US dollar 3,000 you can accept from them and give cash to them. You need not insist on account credit only. So for question number 20, for resident individual, banks may pay in cash for the forex encashed by them up to US dollar 1,000 or its equivalent per day. In respect of NRIs, what is the limit in respect of question number 20 above? It is 3,000 US dollar. Either for NRI or foreign tourists visiting India, you can encash up to 3,000 US dollar and give in cash to them. So for question number 21, answer is 3,000 US dollar. Question number 22. What is the maximum forex an NRI can bring with him into India? How much he can take with him while leaving India? He can bring unlimited amount. He can take unlimited amount out of India also. So an NRI can bring unlimited forex with him. He can take unlimited forex with him while he leaving India through proper channels. Okay, good. So question number 22, unlimited. Question number 23. In which countries other than India, Indian rupee is in circulation? In which country other than in India, Indian rupee in the circulation? It is in Nepal and Bhutan. So for question number 22, the answer is Nepal and Bhutan. So question number 24. What is the maximum forex a resident can take with him to Nepal and Bhutan? Let us see the slide. So that we will quickly go through the slide, which you already seen somewhere. Okay, this is a slide. Nepal and Bhutan. For Nepal and Bhutan, there is no import or export of forex. That means forex cannot be released, forex cannot be brought from Nepal and Bhutan. It should not be taken out, it should not be brought from Nepal and Bhutan. The Indian currency can be taken out, Indian currency can be brought in from Nepal and Bhutan. Similarly, Nepalese and Bhutan currency can be taken out, Nepalese and Bhutan currency can be brought into India. But there are certain limitations. From there, questions will come. So you should be able to answer the question. So any amount of Indian rupee can be taken to Nepal and Bhutan up to rupees 1000 denomination. 2 crores you can take, 10 crores you can take. Any amount of Indian rupee can be taken to Nepal and Bhutan, but the denomination should not be more than 100. 200 rupees denomination, you cannot take unlimited. So up to 100 rupees denomination, you can take unlimited money to Nepal and Bhutan up to 1000 rupees, 100 rupees denomination. If you want to carry 200 and 500 denomination, new Mahatma Gandhi series. So if you want to carry 200 and 500, that also can be taken maximum 25,000 rupees only. So how much Indian rupee can be taken to Nepal and Bhutan? Unlimited money if the denomination is up to 100. If the denomination is 200 and 500, you can take only maximum 25,000 rupees. Then point number 4. So similarly, when you come to India, you can bring from Nepal and Bhutan unlimited amount in denomination of 100 and below. So while going outside India, you can take denomination of 100 up to 100 unlimited. Similarly, while coming to Nepal and Bhutan, you can bring unlimited Indian rupee in denomination up to 100. While going to Nepal and Bhutan, you can take 200 and 500 denomination up to 25,000 rupees only. While coming from Nepal and Bhutan, you cannot bring 200 and 500. Again, I repeat, while entering into India from Nepal and Bhutan, while going you can take 25,000 rupees in 200 and 500, but while coming into India, you cannot bring any denomination of 200 and 500 Indian currency notes. That's why I put here, cannot bring into India Indian rupees of 200 and 500. Similarly, the 2,000 rupees note, you cannot take, you cannot bring even a single piece from Nepal and Bhutan. So cannot be taken out or bring into India currency notes of rupees 2,000 denomination. Okay, any question asked, you should be able to answer. Then take out of India, bring into India currency notes of Nepal and Bhutan without any limit. Currency notes of Nepal and Bhutan can be taken in, can be taken out without any limit. Let us see the questions now. So question number 23 we already saw. In which in which countries other than India, Indian rupees in circulation? Nepal and Bhutan. What is the maximum forex a resident Indian can take with him to Nepal and Bhutan? No. Forex should not be released to Nepal and Bhutan. Question number 24, answer is no. No forex can be taken. Question number 25. A resident visiting Nepal and Bhutan wants to carry Indian rupees 2,000 denomination with him. No, he cannot carry 2,000. He cannot bring into India 2,000 rupees denomination from Nepal and Bhutan. Question number 25 also no. Question number 26. You are visiting Nepal and returning to India. How much Nepal currency you can bring into India? Unlimited amount. Denomination is not the question at all. Any amount, any denomination, unlimited you can bring into India. Question number 26. Question number 27. What is the maximum foreign currency? Very important question. What is the maximum foreign currency notes A power of attorney holder for a NRESB account can credit to this account by converting into Indian rupees. So an NRI will be having an NRESB. Okay, isn't it? NRI will be having an NRESB or NROSB, whatever it is. So all the foreign inward remittances, if he wants to convert, you will convert and credit to his account. Suppose when he visits India for a temporary visit, he will bring with him some foreign currency notes, or he may bring with him FDDs, or he may bring with him foreign traveler checks. Those things can be credited to his account by converting. Suppose I am going abroad, my son is abroad, let us assume. So I am going abroad. From there, while coming, my son gives me some money and he says, "Father, you go and credit in my NRE account after converting these foreign currency notes, foreign traveler checks, FDD, etc. Please credit to my account." So while entering at the airport, I am getting a currency declaration form. I am coming to your branch where my son's account is there. I am there, that is the power of attorney holder for him, let us assume. So I am coming and filling the challan, I am giving to you. So in an NRI account, foreign currency notes can be accepted only when the NRI visits you personally. Third parties cannot credit foreign currency notes by converting into Indian rupees in any NRA account, either NRO or NRE or NRE KDR, NRE FDR, etc. Cannot be opened by converting foreign currency notes by a third party and crediting to this account. He can be a power of attorney holder, he can be a personal close friend, whatever may be the case. Only when NRI visits India, he has to give you the foreign currency notes under the signature in the challan, then only that can be converted and credited to his account. So the question is, question number, what is the maximum foreign currency notes a power of attorney holder for an NRESB account can credit to his account by converting into Indian rupees? No, not permitted. FDD can be accepted, foreign currency traveler checks can be accepted, not the foreign currency notes. Question number 28, under MTSS. Funds can be transferred from abroad to India as well as from India to abroad. Do you agree? What is the MTSS? Money Transfer Service Scheme. You know the Western Union money exchange is there. No, we are having a tie-up with that. That is Money Transfer Service Scheme. I will explain to this. I explain about the MTSS. 2 minutes. Then that is you can answer the question. So the Money Transfer Service Scheme is for funds transfer from abroad to India. It is only one way. Okay, money cannot be sent under MTSS scheme from India to abroad. MTSS means was Money Transfer Service Scheme. Money Transfer Service Scheme for transfer of funds from abroad to India. It is not from India to abroad. One point you should know. The purpose is for domestic purpose. Only resident individuals can get the money. Again, I repeat, the purpose is for domestic purpose, for your urgent domestic expenses. The money can be given to only to a resident individual. Okay, the money can be credited only to the resident individual's account. That is the maximum, the remitter from abroad, the maximum in a year, he can send only 30 remittances under the MTSS. Again, I repeat, Money Transfer Service Scheme from abroad to India to the resident individuals. So, resident for domestic purpose, there is family expenses. The money should not come for a trust, that is partnership firm, company, etc. It is only for an individual. Okay. Then a remitter from abroad can send maximum only 30 remittances in a year. So you need not worry how many remittances you send, the other end will take care. So the remitter can send maximum 30 remittances in a year. That point you should know. Each remittance maximum is $2,500 or its equivalent. So each remittance maximum is $2,000 and 2,500 only. Either US dollar or its equivalent currency, the maximum is $2,500 only. Okay. Next point. So you after when the money comes here, when you convert it into Indian rupees, if the amount is 50,000 and above, it should be credited to the resident account holder, or you can give a FD for that is demand draft to him. If the amount is less than 50,000, you can give cash to him. Okay. When the money is coming to India forex, when you convert it to Indian rupees, when you give, you have to see what is the amount. If it is 50,000 and above, then the amount to be credited to his account only, or FD or DD can be given. If the amount is less than 50,000, then the cash can be given to him. In the case of that is in a foreign tourist, in a case of a foreign tourist visiting India, cash can be given to him even if it is beyond 50,000. A foreign tourist visiting India, cash can be given to him even beyond 50,000. Okay, how the system works? So let us assume for your that is day to day. So that is let's assume my friend is in abroad. I want urgently money for some urgent domestic purpose. I telephone to him, please send me some money. So he will go to a MTSS service center. There he will fill up a challan. That is, he will hand it over to them. After taking some commission, they will transfer the money to India. Okay, then your friend will my friend will telephone to me and tell me one number called MTCN, money transfer control number. Okay, MTCN number. So money transfer control number. It is a 10 digit number, like your mobile phone. No, it is a 10 digit number. He will telephone and tell me, I have transferred some money to you. That is $1,000. So the MTCN number is this much. So immediately I will go to a place where the Western Union exchange money change is there. Canara Bank is also participating there. I will approach and I will give you a form known as to receive money form. I will fill up, my friend has sent this much amount. This is the MTCN number. So you have to log on to the SAS package, put that MTCN number. The moment MTCN number is given, whatever the amount he has told, it will come. And you have to see whether it is 50,000 or above 50,000, whether you have to give to his credit or whether you can give him the cash. You should not credit the money to the NRO, NRE accounts. It is not for non-resident. It is only for resident individuals. Individuals for domestic purpose, family purpose. Okay, I explained to you MTSS. If question comes, you should not miss. Okay. Under MTSS, funds can be transferred from abroad to India as well as from India to abroad. No, only from abroad to India. Question number 29. MTCN consists of 10-digit alpha numeral. No, it consists of 10-digit numeral only. So 10-digit numbers like mobile phone. It is not alpha numeral like PAN card. Okay, it is only that is numeral like your Aadhaar card. Aadhaar have 12 digits. This has 10 digits numeral only. Answer is false. Question number 30. Under money transfer service scheme, the maximum amount of single remittance in US dollar is 2,500. Okay, 2,500. Question number 30. Answer is 2,500. Question number 31. Already all of you know, in India, exchange rates are quoted in direct quotation. Okay, in India, exchange rate is quoted in direct quotation. In direct quotation, the unit of which currency is kept constant. $1 is equal to this much Indian rupees. $1 is equal to this much Indian rupees. So in a direct quotation, the unit of foreign currency is kept constant. Okay, so question number 32. In direct quotation, the unit of foreign currency is kept constant. When rupee appreciates, importer gains or loses. On the day itself, I told you, when rupee appreciates, importer gains. You keep that in mind. All other things you will answer by saying the question there. You keep in your mind while sleeping also, at least till the exam. When rupee appreciates, importer gains. When rupee appreciates, importer gains. Okay, question number 34. In respect of sale or purchase of foreign exchange, which among the following maxim would be followed by banks in India when the rates are direct rate? So in a direct quotation, so you will buy low, sell high. Okay, in a direct quotation, you will buy low. That is what do you mean by buy low? That is, if a person is coming and giving one US dollar to you, you will give him only 50 rupees. You are buying. You should always see bank in the forex position. You should keep bank. So in India, the maxim for that is forex is banks will adopt a maxim called buy low and sell high. When as a banker, I am buying from a customer, so forex from him, I will give him 50 rupees. On the other hand, when I sell forex to him, I will give you $1 if you give me 60 rupees. That is buy low, sell high. That is the profit is 10 rupees for us. Okay, so yeah, that is the question is question number 34. In respect of sale or purchase of foreign exchange, which among the following maximum would be followed by banks in India when the rates are direct rates? So that is answer: sell high, buy low, or buy low, sell high. Sell high, buy low. So question number 34, answer is C. Question number 34, answer is C. Question number Then question number 35. Purchase transactions in the context of foreign exchange in banks means. What do you mean by, I told you, no, we are purchasing forex and giving him Indian rupees. So purchase transaction in forex in bank means bank is purchasing forex and giving Indian rupees to him. Keep that in mind. Selling transaction is opposite to that. Always as a banker, you have to keep yourself in the position of the bank, then decide whether it's a purchase transaction or yes, that is sale transaction. Okay. So purchase transactions in the context of forex in banks means converting dollar into rupees, converting foreign currency into Indian rupees, converting Indian rupees to foreign currency, converting rupees into pounds, other than the options given above. So what is the correct option? Purchase transaction means converting the forex into Indian rupees. You take the forex and give him Indian rupees. That is called, that is purchase transaction. So answer for question number, that is 35, is purchase transactions in the context of forex in banks means converting foreign currency into Indian rupees. Not only dollar, any foreign currency. Okay, converting. So first point is converting dollar into rupees. That is also a purchase transaction, but more apt out of the options given here is converting foreign currency into Indian rupees. That is a purchase transaction, any foreign currency. Okay, question number 35, answer is B. Question number 36. Which of the following forex conversion rate is used for discounting an USAN's export bill? So that is USAN's export bill. The USAN's export bill will be in what currency? In foreign currency. Isn't it? The USAN's export bill, your exporter, he has exported the goods, he is having an export bill. The export bill is drawn in the foreign currency. It has to go to abroad, then the money you will get it, isn't it? Before that, he comes to you for discounting. So that is discounting a USAN's export bill means what? You are purchasing forex. You are a banker. Discounting an USAN's export bill means you are purchasing the foreign currency, because after some time only he will get. Before that, he wants urgent money. For your export customer, purchasing means that is discounting a USAN's export bill. USAN's means after some time you will get the money, but before that he wants to discounting the money. So you are purchasing the bill, you are purchasing the foreign exchange from him. What rate for the bill you will apply? Purchase bills buying rate. Okay, bills buying rate. Okay, so the answer for question number 36 is which of the following forex conversion rates is used for discounting an USAN's export bill? Bills buying rate. So discounting an USAN's export bill means you are purchasing a forex from your exporter, forex bill, USAN bill, and then discounting and giving the money. You are purchasing the forex, so you apply the rate bills buying rate. So for question number 36, answer is bills buying rate. Question number 37. A customer has requested to transfer funds from his FCNR account to his NRE account. So FCNR is in what currency? Foreign currency. Am I correct, sir? So NRE in Indian currency. The customer, what he has told you, he has asked you to convert FCNR and credit to Indian rupees. What you are doing? You are buying or selling? You are buying. Customer has asked the FCNR to be converted in Indian rupees. That means customer is telling, I am having FCNR in US dollar, purchase from me. Okay, the bank converting FCNR into Indian rupees. That means bank is purchasing foreign currency from the customer by low and then credit to the customer's account. So what rate you will apply? So purchase bills there, isn't it? That is buying rate you have to apply. That is converting for FCNR into Indian rupees. It is the buying rate you have to apply. So here export bill only, bills buying rate. For purchasing, that is FCNR and other DD, etc., you will apply that is TT buying rate. Okay, TT buying rate. So customer requested the transfer of funds from his FCNR account to his NRE account. The rate applied is TT buying rate. So question number 37, the answer is TT buying rate. Question number 38. A customer has requested to open a FCNR of US dollar 25,000 in his name for 1 year, for which cover funds are credited to your nostro account. What he is asking you, sir, my friend has sent a foreign currency to you. It is already credited in your Nostro account. I got an intimation. Please open an FCNR for me. Okay, so keep that in mind. So keep that in mind. While seeing the option, you should give me the correct answer. What happened? So your customer is coming and telling, sir, my friend has already sent me, that is 25,000 US dollar. You please do not convert it in Indian rupees. You please open an FCNR account for me. That's what your customer is telling. Now, what rate you will apply? That is a question. A customer requests to open an FCNR US dollar 25,000 in his name for 1 year, for which cover funds already credited to your Nostro account. What rate you will apply? TT buying rate, TT selling rate, bills buying rate, bills selling rate, none of this. No rate. Why no rate? Foreign currency has already come. It is with you in the Nostro account. You are going to open FCNR in the same foreign currency. Isn't it? You are not going to, suppose if he says, sir, convert and give credit to my account, then you will apply TT buying rate. So here he wants to open the FCNR for which foreign currency has already received. You are not going to convert that foreign currency into Indian rupee. So no rate need be applied. You transfer that money in his name and open an FCNR account. So question number 38, none of these. Question number 38, none of these. Now let's quickly go through the liberalized remittance scheme. You've already seen. Anyhow, quickly we'll go through, get an idea to answer the few questions. Okay. Anyhow, we are coming very quickly. No problem. So the liberalized remittance scheme, LRS, I was telling you, it was available only to individuals, including minors. It is not available to NRIs and it is not available to other than individuals. So why that name liberalized remittance scheme has come? Under the liberalized remittance scheme, friends, today you can transfer up to US dollar 250,000 in a financial year. You can get, isn't it? Before this LRS has come, even for $1, the bank, that is, if I approach you, you have to get permission from Reserve Bank of India. So when Reserve Bank of India thought for every $1, $2, I have to give permission. So they have decided as on date up to US dollar 250,000. If certain conditions are fulfilled, authorized dealers can release forex to the individual without referring to me. That is why the name is liberalized remittance scheme. Okay, you should know in the interview if they ask you the question. LRS, you will ask. So what is the LRS? Can you tell me why that name has come? You should be able to answer that question. Good, sir. I have come up to the interview level now. Very good. For resident individuals, it is available to the resident individuals. It is not available to NRIs. It is not available to a partnership firm. It is not available to a company, etc., etc. It is available to the resident individual, including minors. Including minors, it is available. What is the maximum? The maximum US dollar 250,000 per financial year. So maximum US, that is for financial year 250,000 US dollar. To get the LRS, the resident necessarily you should have a PAN account. You should give the PAN number. There is no question of Form 60, etc. So PAN is must to accept to release LRS up to $250,000 in a financial year. PAN is a must. So LRS can be released for two types of transactions. One is capital account transactions. Another is current account transaction. So what is a capital account transaction here? So it can be given for, by getting the 250,000 US dollar, you can open a foreign currency account with a Swiss bank in abroad, or with a bank in Germany, or a bank in America, you can open. Okay, opening a foreign currency account with a bank abroad. For that, you can use the LRS. Purchase of a property abroad. You can purchase a property in abroad in your name, sit next to Vijay Malaya, who is there in London, by using these 250,000 US dollar. Purchase of a property abroad. Making investments abroad. You can make investments in their share market or any companies abroad. Maximum US dollar 250,000 per year. Then, if you want to set up a wholly joint venture with your friend abroad, you can start the joint venture also. Every year you will get 250,000 US dollar. But for that, you should have Indian rupees here. It will not be given free to you, no? Okay, good. Then you can give loans. For example, your friend is there abroad, or your son is there abroad. He wants urgently some money, or your friend is there. Sir, please give me some loan. The 250,000 US dollar, you can give loan to your friend abroad. What are the conditions? We will see somewhere else. Okay, then, so Form A2, I told you what is Form A2? It is a declaration form whenever the remittances are released. So up to whatever may be the amount under LRS, if funds are released, Form A2 is a must irrespective of the amount. So LRS is for resident individual only, not for other entities. It is not eligible for NRIs. Minors are also eligible. Maximum US dollar 2,50,000. PAN is a must. Okay, earlier PAN is a must only up to 10,000 US dollar. Now they made everything. The question also you should not miss. That is why I'm repeatedly telling. PAN is a must. So I have gone to the minute point of the LRS. I am telling to you. I'm not just telling 2,50,000 close the shop. Then permitted capital account transaction, opening a foreign account there abroad, purchase a property abroad, making investment in abroad, setting up a joint venture in abroad. You can give a loan to NRA close relative abroad through LRS. Form A2 must irrespective of the amount. Okay, that is the first slide. This is capital account transaction. Then current account transaction, which are all the permitted current account transaction. Private visit, you want to go abroad. You have got fed up with that examination on 13th December. Immediately after the exam, you want to apply for sabbatical leave for 2 months and you want to go, you come for the interview only. You want to go and enjoy in Switzerland, etc., etc. You can go. Okay, we can take 2,50,000 US dollar for private visit. Any number of visits we can make. So the amount is only the restriction, 2,50,000 US dollar. Business trips. So you want to make a business trip? Yes, you want to go meet somebody, do some business there, get some money. You can use the 2,50,000. Gift to donation. You can give a gift. You can give a donation to people in abroad under the 2,50,000. Going abroad for employment. You are going there, so you take the 2,50,000. Immigration, yes, that is permitted. Maintenance of close relative abroad. So my son is there, he wants some money, I can send. Maximum 2,50,000 US dollar. Medical treatment. So either for the self or somebody there, medical treatment for studies abroad. So that is a resident individual can take for these purposes, that is 2,50,000 maximum. And these are all the permitted current account transactions. Okay. Capital account transaction, you know, current account transaction, you know. Then next. So for LRS, so I told you, no, LRS 2,50,000 I can avail, isn't it? So suppose I don't have money, Indian rupee, to avail the 2,50,000. I approach the bank, sir, I do not have money. I want LRS, but can you give me loan? So I will give you at later. So for releasing LRS, banks can give loan. If it is for capital account purpose, no loan will be released. If it is for current account purpose, banks may give loan. You see, for how many loans are there in the bank, isn't it? For LRS, that fellow wants to go abroad for enjoying the life there. Further, he is coming and asking loan from you. Sir, he says, my house property is there. Please take it and give me a loan. You can give loan. Okay, that depends upon your credit policy. Whether you Canara Bank gives or not, it depends upon your credit policy. But RBI has permitted banks to give loan for current account transaction when a person wants LRS. Okay, then for capital account, then for current account transaction, for capital account transaction, the individual has to designate a branch for release of the LRS by the authorized dealer. He has to one bank only, he can go for capital account transaction. Then, so for the capital account transaction, you should have the account that is at least 1 year prior to the remittance. So capital account transaction restrictions are there. For capital account transaction, no loan will be given. For current account transaction, loan can be given. For capital account transaction, a bank has to be identified, a bank branch, through that only money will be released. In a capital account transaction, then you should have an account with that bank at least 1 year before the prior remittance. So these questions will come. Okay, you should be able to answer because everybody knows LRS. If they ask the question, how many years account you should have, either for capital account or for current account, only for capital account. Whether through any bank you can remit us or only one bank, only that one bank for capital account, current account, any bank. Whether loan can be given. These are all the intricacies of LRS. Okay, sir. So one or more private visit for employment, immigration, for business trip, maintenance of close relative abroad, gift donation, 25,000. See, LRS can be given, we have seen, no? LRS we are given not all the purpose. If the LRS is given for this purpose, maximum you can give 2,50,000 US dollar. Beyond that, if a person wants, he has to get RBI permission. Okay, so you should not say no. You are telling him, sir, go and get the RBI permission. I will release the LRS to you. So this is the maximum for private visit, for employment, for immigration, For business trip, maintenance of close relative, gift and donation 2,50,000. What about medical treatment and education study? That also we saw, no, that is not mentioned here. So for these things, 2,50,000 is the maximum. Beyond that, RBI permission is required. Now let us see what happened to the medical and your that is study abroad. See, for medical, 2,50,000 based on a simple declaration. That's all. A2 form you will sign and give. Sir, I am going abroad for medical treatment. Please release me 2,50,000 US dollar. You have to see whether so far any money has released. If not released, you can release full amount to him. Don't ask him doctor certificate, operation theater certificate, etc., etc. For medical purposes, when an individual is going abroad, you can release based on A2 and simple declaration given by him. The journey should be 60 days in advance. Get an fast visa, see the passport, and you can release the money. Isn't it? Any time. Don't question him with regard to his medical certificate, local doctor, foreign doctor, which hospital, operation theater, etc. No question. Suppose if he is asking, sir, 2,50,000 is not sufficient, sir. I want 3 lakhs US dollar. Then also you can give based on a doctor estimate. What I am telling, for a medical treatment up to $2,50,000, no need for any doctor certificate. Beyond you 2,50,000, no RBI permission also is required. Then based on what you will give, based on the doctor certificate, doctor that is estimate given by the doctor, you can release. The previous slide you see. For all these purposes, beyond $2,50,000, RBI permission is required. But for medical treatment, up to 2,05,000, no RBI permission like the other things. Beyond 2,05,000 also, no need for RBI permission. Estimate from the doctor where he is going to undergo the surgery or something. If you get it, you can release it. Okay, sir, no need for RBI permission. An attendant who is going to accompany, he or she can also be released for US dollar 2,50,000. A resident has gone abroad, he has fallen sick there. For him also, you can release the 2,50,000 US dollar for medical treatment. So for medical treatment, up to 2,50,000 US dollar, no certificate, nothing, you can release. Beyond 2,50,000, you can release based on the doctor's estimate without insisting on the RBI permission. No need for RBI permission. Then what about studies? Studies up to 2,50,000 you can release. I'm going abroad. I'm going to join in this university. Simple declaration. Don't ask him to show that is his admission card, etc., etc. That is none of your business. He has to show you a visa. He has to show you a passport, and he should give a declaration. I'm going abroad for education purpose. Suppose beyond 2,50,000, if he wants, then ask him the estimate from the foreign university. So now you may tell, sir, I am giving a lot of educational loan. I am asking the estimate. For education loan, estimate is required. Even up to 2,50,000 US dollar, because your money you are releasing. No, for educational loan, even it is within 2,50,000 US dollar, you will ask an estimate from the college because the loan is from the public money. Whereas when he wants us to go for abroad for studies without educational loan, he gives a simple declaration and he takes 2,50,000 US dollar from you. So beyond $2,50,000, if he wants, you ask him, that is from the university, a certificate, whatever it is, estimate from the university. Okay, sir. Now LRS I explained, and then Indian students who have gone abroad for studies, they will be treated as non-resident Indians. Indian students who have gone abroad for studies will be treated as non-resident Indians, and all benefits of the NRI is available to the Indian students who have gone abroad for studies also. Okay. Okay, sir. Now let us see the question. Quickly, you have to finish at least this paper today. So what is LRS? Liberalized remittance scheme. Behind the reason for that also I have given to you. Okay. PAN is question number 40. PAN is mandatory for LRS, both for capital maintenance as well as current account transactions, irrespective of the amount of transaction. True. So PAN is a must. Whatever may be the transaction, whatever may be the amount, PAN is a must. Similarly, Form A2 is must, irrespective of the amount under LRS. Question number 42. Mr. Sukesh Ambani sending his son USA for higher studies. He wants you to debit his SB account with you and transfer amount of US dollar 2,50,000 to his son's account abroad by wire transfer. So far, he has not taken any forex in this financial year. He is not producing any estimate from college abroad. Will you accept his request? Yes. For foreign studies, up to $250,000. Without any estimate from the college, you can transfer the money. Okay, beyond $250,000, you have to ask for estimate. If it is educational loan, even less than $250,000 US, you have to ask for estimate. Yes, you can do it. Question number 43. What is the maximum overdrawings permitted in NRESB account as per RBI guidelines? So we are talking about RBI guidelines. In our bank, there are some guidelines are there. So maximum overdrawing TOD in NRBSB account as per RBI guideline is only 50,000 Indian rupees. So in NRESB, the maximum overdrawing TOD is up to 50,000 rupees only. What is the condition? The condition is it has to be that is recovered within 2 weeks. So NRESB account maximum TOD permitted is 50,000 Indian rupees. It has to be cleared within 2 weeks. From where you will clear, no local fund should be accepted. Whether proceeds from another NRE account or NRO account or FCNR account, NRE KDR, NRE FDR before maturity closure, you can give credit to the account. So what I want to tell is NRESB maximum TOD as per RBI guideline is only 50,000 rupees. It has to be closed within 2 weeks not from local proceeds in other ways. Okay. Then what is the maximum TOD in NRO SB as per RBI guidelines? As per RBI guidelines, maximum TOD for NRO SB is at the discretion of the banks. NRESB only 50,000 Indian rupees. NROSB is at the discretion of the bank. For question number 43, 50,000 Indian rupees. Question number 43, answer is 50,000. Whether funds can be transferred from NRO to NRE in a financial year? Before that, I'll ask you one question. Whether funds can be transferred abroad from NRO to abroad? Yes, maximum 1 million US dollar can be transferred after obtaining the chartered account certificate, isn't it? From NRO account, funds can be repatriated abroad to the NRA account holder. So from NRO account, funds can be repatriated to the NRA account holder abroad, maximum 1 million US dollar after getting the chartered account certificate. That is, he has paid all the tax, etc. When you can transfer abroad, why not credit to his NRE account? Yes, it is permitted. Whether funds can be transferred from NRO to NRE in a financial year? Yes, maximum $1 million with the certificate of the chartered accountant. So maximum, so they ask maximum 1 million US dollar with the certificate of the chartered accountant. Question number 45. An Indian student, I think you have a test today. 9 o'clock, I got the message. Okay, another 10 minutes, we'll finish off this paper, sir. An Indian student has gone abroad for higher studies. He will be treated as resident or non-resident. So a student has gone abroad for studies. He will be treated as non-resident Indian. Okay, NRI. All facilities available for NRI is available for the student also. Question number 45, he'll be treated as a resident individual. Question number 46, a foreign student has got admission in Anna University. What account you will open for him? A foreign student has come to India. What account you will open? See, when a resident goes from India to abroad, you will treat him as a resident individual. What account he can open there? That depends upon the country. Isn't it? So when a student has gone from India to abroad for studies, a resident individual, you will treat him as NRI and give him whatever the benefits of NRI. But that is, if you ask me, sir, what account he can open in the foreign bank abroad, that they may be having various schemes. You have NRE, you have Swarna, you have BSBD, etc. Like that, they have many schemes, and they will tell if a person comes from study from other country, he can open this account. That is not our question now. Our question is bothered about India. Okay. So when a foreign student coming to India for studies in Indian University, what account you will open for him? You can open NROSB. Okay, a foreign student visiting India, not visiting, he's not coming as a tourist, coming to India. So you can open for study in a university where he got an admission, you can open an NROSB by getting his visa, passport, and copy of the admission letter, photograph, etc., etc. But at the time of, suppose you are putting a big banner in Anna University or some IIT, you are sitting there at the day of admission. You are telling them, please open an account with us, isn't it? You will open what account for them? For maybe out of them, some NRI students are there. You will open for them. Foreign student who has come to India under NRI quota, you will open them NROSB. On the day of opening, what are the things he will give you? He will give you that is passbook. Sorry, he will give you a passport. Then visa, it will be there, and he will give an admission letter. He cannot give an address proof, isn't it? So you have to tell him address proof you have to give within 30 days. Address proof you have to give within 30 days. Till he gives the address proof. The maximum credit in his NRO account is $1,000 only. Either whatever he has brought with him or some wire transfer from abroad. You open an NRO account, the maximum credit in his NRO account, so he has to give you the local address proof within 1 month of opening the NRO account if he is not having on the date of admission. Okay, within 1 month of opening the NRO account, the foreign student has to give you address proof, local address proof. Till he gives the local address proof, the maximum credit in his NRO account is $1,000 or its equivalent, and the maximum withdrawal permitted is only 50,000 rupees till he complies with the guidelines of giving a local address proof. Okay, if that's the question, this question they are asking. Foreign student visiting India, NROSB account. He has to give local address proof if he is not giving on the day of opening within 30 days of account opening. Till he uses the local address proof, $1,000 will be credited in his account, and maximum withdrawal permitted is only 50,000. You have to take care of it. Okay, sir. How I will take care? That you have to discuss with your DAT people. Then subsystem permits, you have to do it. Okay, that all internal issues. You should not bring it here from the exam point of view. Okay, then question number 45. Question number 46. The foreign student has got admission at non-university. What account you will open for him? I already told you. Then a foreign tourist. So a foreign tourist visiting India, he approaches to open an account for him. I will tell the thing which you may already know again for refreshing. So a foreign tourist visiting India can open only an NRO account. Again, an NROSB account he can open. A foreign tourist visiting India can open an NRO account. The maximum period of NRO account should be 6 months. So it should not be more than 6 months. Again, I repeat, a foreign tourist visiting India can open an NRO account, NROSB. So the maximum period of the NROSB account only for 6 months. So in that account, no local credits are permitted. Foreign tourist visiting India, NROSB, the maximum, that is period, the period of that account should be only 6 months. Local credit should not be permitted in that account. When he leaves India, and if it is within 6 months, and if there are no local credits, what are the two conditions I told you? The maximum account period is 6 months, and no local credit should be permitted in that account. Only foreign inward remittance can come, or the foreign FCTCs he brought with him, or foreign currency notes he has brought with him, he can credit that. So no local credits is possible. So when he leaves India, if these two conditions are satisfied, that is no local credit in that account, the account is not more than 6 months old, you can close, convert into foreign currency and hand it over to him. On the other hand, if it is beyond 6 months after opening the account, or some local credits are noticed in that account, some local monies have been credited, in that case also you can close and transfer, but after getting RBI permission. Again, I repeat, so foreign tourist visiting India, you can open only NROSB account. The condition is it should not be for more than 6 months. The account should not be more than 6 months from the date of opening. 1 point. And the second point is no local credits are permitted in that account. When he leaves India, you can close, convert and give the foreign currency to him, provided the account is less than 6 months. And the second point, there are no local credits. If the account is for more than 6 months, and if there are local credits, then RBI special permission to obtain to close and convert and give the forex to him. Okay, sir? Good. Then question number 47, visa. Then question number 48. A foreign tourist wants to leave India. So he is coming. He has opened an account. He wants to leave India. He has unspent Indian rupees 25,000 with him. Unspent Indian, he has withdrawn from his account, or even to ATM and he has withdrawn. So he is having 25,000 with him. Okay. So he requests you to convert it to Indian currency and give him. So, sorry, into foreign currency, and he said, I have 25,000 rupees. So you are saying I should not credit to my account as per the condition. Please convert Indian rupees and give me because I am leaving India. Okay, genuine request. No, good. He says he withdrew the funds from ATM. Sir, I used the foreign debit card. So I withdrew the money through the ATM. 25,000 rupees I am having. Please convert and give me the Indian currency, foreign currency. Whether you can do, there are 2-3 conditions are there. If it is done, you can do it. What are all the conditions? First condition is you have to ask for the debit card or credit card which he has used to withdraw the money. Then you have to see you will be having the back office a slip. No, you have to verify whether the card is used, the money is withdrawn. And the third point is you maximum amount you can convert and give to him is only 25,000 rupees. Fourth point is he should show you a return ticket to abroad not more than 7 days old. So I will again repeat, if a foreign tourist visiting India coming and telling, sir, I have that is Indian currency, which I have drawn by withdrawing from the ATM, I am not able to credit to your account because you told me local credits is not permitted. Yes, you can do, provided. So you verify the original ATM or debit card which he is giving to you, then your charge slip back office, whether the card is used, whether the amount is withdrawn. Third point is you should hold a ticket to return abroad. That is, the ticket should not be more than 7 days old. And the fourth point is more than 7 days old. And so with these conditions, so and maximum amount is 25,000 rupees. Beyond that, you cannot convert. So when all these 4 conditions are complied with, question number 48 is yes, you can do. Question number 48 is yes, you can do. Question number 49. What is a maximum loan that can be given by a resident to an NRI close relative? See, sir, let us see the 2 important slides because see 2 important slides. Say, resident individuals lending to NRIs. So we are all resident individuals. Some NRIs are there. I want to lend money to him. Whether a resident individual can lend money to an NRI? That is a question. If so, what are all the conditions? You should know. If the question asks, you should not miss. Resident individuals can lend to NRI, PIO, persons of Indian origin. They should be close relative. So you can lend to a NRI or a person of Indian origin who should be close relative as defined in the Companies Act. They should be the close relative of the NRI. Then you should not charge any interest. You should be interest free and minimum period of the loan should be 1 year, minimum period, no maximum. Okay, so a resident individual can lend to an NRI. So who should be a close relative? The max that is it should be an interest-free loan, and the minimum period is 1 year. What is the maximum amount I can lend? Maximum is 250,000 US dollar. That is my eligibility under the LRS. You know, LRS is eligible for only for the resident individuals. So the question is resident individuals lending to NRI. We saw no adding the account holder there. Similarly, the 2 slides are there, questions will come. Whether a resident individual can lend to NRI. Yes, he should be a close relative as defined in the Company Act. So maximum is 250,000 is eligibility in the LRS. It should be an interest-free loan and minimum period of the loan should be 1 year. One more point, the loan amount should not be repatriated outside India. You have to credit the loan amount to his NRO account. He will show the chartered account certificate, he will transfer. Okay, so the loan account, the loan, you are a resident, you are giving to a close relative abroad loan. So you can give maximum 250,000 US dollar and the money has to be credited to the NRO account of the NRI only. From the NRO account, he will transfer maximum 1 million US dollar, which you already know. So you should not credit to the NRE account or you should not repatriate the funds abroad. So the loan should be credited to his NRO account only. So to be utilized, so the loan amount, you also see one more condition, the loan amount to be utilized by NRI for permitted activities in India only. That means he cannot also repatriate the money. So the loan amount of $250,000, the NRI can use it in India for various permits. He can buy a house here in India. He can give to his friends in India. It has to be used in Indian rupees in India for the permitted activities. How the repayment? You should get the repayment. The repayment you should get not from from abroad, remittances from abroad, or debit of his NRO, NRE of FCNR accounts. So this is loans by residents to NRIs. One point. Another point, loans from NRIs to residents. From abroad, the money is coming. So resident individuals borrowing from NRI. Money is coming from abroad to you. Okay, you are a resident individual. Loans from borrowings from NRI. Borrowings on non-repatriation basis. You borrow the money, but the money should not be sent back to him. You have to credit to his only to local account when you are repaying the money. Borrowings on non-repatriation basis. Loan to be received from inward remittance for other transfers. Period of loan not to exceed 3 years. There you see the minimum period was 1 year, no maximum period. Here, no minimum period, but the maximum period should not be more than 3 years. The rate of interest should not be more than 2% the prevailing bank rate. Here, he can charge the rate of interest to you. There, you cannot change any rate of interest for him. Rate of interest should not be more than 2% of the prevailing bank rate. Repayment of the loan to the credit of NRO account of the NRI. You can recredit him to his NRO account. So any question asked from there, no, 2 slides, you should not miss it. Okay, whether an NRI resident can give a loan to NRI or a resident can take a loan from NRI. Okay, these 2 points are there. Quickly, we will finish the question paper today. Anyway, I am not able to do the provisional norm. Okay, we will see it later. Okay. So question number 49. What is the maximum loan that can be given by a resident to NRI close relative as per the entitlement under LRS, isn't it? Limited. So resident individual can give you a maximum loan of his eligibility under LRS. Today, it is 2,50,000 US dollar. Question number 50. Mr. Nagesh is having a domestic SB account with you. He got employment in USA and left for USA, and from there he requests you to open an NRO account for him. See, friend, when a person has left India and he gets the status of NRI, not for tourist. When he has gone for employment, no, so he gets the status of NRI. When a person has left India and if he has got a status of NRI, all his local accounts, that is local SB, local FDR, local KDR, etc., to be converted into NRO SB, NRO KDR, NRO FDR if you come to know. If you come to know that this person is NRI, he is having a domestic accounts with you, all those domestic accounts to be converted into NRO because interest earned on NRO is subject to tax. Okay, if we come to, he has gone abroad for employment. From there, he is sending you a letter. So please open an NRO account. What you have to do is already having an SB account with you, that you should convert into SB, that is NRO SB. If you do not know, you do not worry. That is not your fault. Now he sends a letter to you. I have gone USA. I got an employment. So I am an NRI. Please open an NRO account. He is asking you. So you come to know. When you come to know, you have to convert the resident account into NRO account. So you need not open a separate NRO account. So Nagesh, a domestic SB, what you will do, need not open NRO account, convert the, you have the various procedures now is there, no? 101 can be converted into 104 or whatever it is. So you can do it. So the resident SB account will be converted into NRO. Last question for the day. Interest on NRO SB deposit to be deducted when it exceeds. Friends, as long as the interest on NRO deposit, whether it is SB, whether it is KDR, whether it is FDR. Okay, so NRO you can have SB, NRO that is you can have KDR, NRO you can have FDR. Interest earned even if it is 1 rupee in SB, in KDR or in FDR is subject to tax. Okay, so interest earned on NRO SB, NRO KDR, NRO FDR, irrespective of the amount of interest, the 50,000, 40,000, etc., is applicable only for DTS purpose in domestic deposit. As far as the NRO deposit is concerned, for SB, NRO SB, NRO KDR, NRO FDR, even 1 rupee interest earned is subject to tax. So what is the question? Interest on the NRO SB deposit to be deducted that when it exceeds dash in a financial year, 50,000, 40,000, 10,000, answer is none of these. What is the answer? Even 1 rupee. Whatever the interest paid, you have to subject to tax 30% plus etc. If it is DTAA countries, depending upon the double taxation avoidance agreement country, depending upon the percentage there. Okay, friends. So we have completed test number 7. Then so we have a test number 8. The test number 8 is on the working capital and the drawing power calculations. So here another 2-3 sums will come. So test number 8, let us see when the time slot is given. We will try to finish it off. So test number 4, test number 5 PPTs are uploaded, even though they are not in the PPT form because of some snag. It has been uploaded in the PDF form. So test number 3 answers are given. Test number 1, 2, 3 answers are given. Question circular based questions, 2 question papers answers are given. Test 4, 5 and 6, 7 I have to give the answer. So tomorrow I will not be having any class for you. I will prepare what is the maximum, will upload in the Google Drive. Thank you very much. Good night. We will meet in the next opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.